What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Maddison Hill, and yes, it's time for another Pop Off with Maddison. For today's Pop Off, I'm going to be talking about Britney Spears because you guys, some news broke about her today that has me a little bit concerned, so obviously you already know we must discuss. Okay, so TMZ broke the news that the family and friends of Britney Spears had planned an intervention for her because they were literally concerned about her life. This is all allegedly, of course. This is coming from sources who spoke to TMZ. So you guys, I'm going to fill you in on the details of this intervention. I'm going to fill you in on why it didn't end up happening. I mean, I don't know if any of you saw Sam Asghari's Instagram story recently, but him and Britney Spears are in Target trying on matching shirts, acting like nothing is happening, which is what also makes this story that much more concerning to me. You guys, there's just so much to break down here, so we're going to go ahead and get straight into it and get straight to unwrapping these Britney Spears facts. Okay, you guys, so as I mentioned, TMZ were the ones to break the news that the family and friends of Britney Spears had planned an intervention for her. This intervention was reportedly supposed to happen on Tuesday, aka just a few days ago. Now, as far as why her family and friends were concerned and why they felt she needed an intervention, TMZ reports that Britney has been struggling with her mental health and substance abuse. Now, both of these problems obviously contributed to the reason why her family and friends felt like she needed an intervention. In fact, one TMZ source who they claim is in regular contact with Britney said, quote, "I'm afraid she's gonna die." I mean, based on that quote alone, this sounds incredibly serious. TMZ goes on to report that multiple sources with direct knowledge of the situation told them that people around Britney have been growing concerned over her, quote, erratic and volatile behavior. TMZ goes on to claim that she is reportedly taking medication that, quote, hypes her up. And then these sources also go on to claim that Britney is, quote, flying off the handle with increasing regularity and that she is reportedly not taking the meds that stabilize her. Okay, so that's why they felt she needed the intervention. Now, as far as what the plan for the intervention was, these TMZ sources say that her manager reportedly rented a house in LA for several months, and the plan was allegedly to take a, quote, unsuspecting Britney to this house. Her husband, Sam Asghari, would be there, her manager would be there, also an interventionist and doctors would be there in an effort to try to convince her to get help. If you've seen the show Intervention, you probably can paint a picture in your head. Now, if Britney accepted the help, the plan was, and again, this is all coming from TMZ, sources who spoke to TMZ, the plan was for her to stay at that rental house for a few months, specifically they said 2 months, while she received both medical and psychological counseling. However, you guys, this plan did not end up happening because allegedly Britney Spears started growing a little suspicious that something was happening. The direct quote and words used by these sources in TMZ is that she was, quote, somewhat aware prior to this intervention that something was going down. Again, this is all according to sources who spoke to TMZ. So because of that, the idea to do the intervention was reportedly scrapped. TMZ claims that they asked multiple sources close to Sam and Britney why they didn't follow through with this intervention, considering everyone is so concerned for her current state, and they reportedly did not get any answers. TMZ concludes in this report that their sources say Britney did agree to see a doctor. They don't know if it was a physician or a therapist, and yes, that does make a difference. For those of you who don't know, a physician is someone who went to medical school. They are someone who can prescribe medication. A therapist, well, yes, they did go to school and they have training. A therapist cannot prescribe medication. I wanted to just make that clarification for anyone who didn't know because it does kind of make a difference who Britney was seeing. Obviously, both would be helpful in this situation, but considering we're hearing there's some alleged problems with her medication, I do wish we knew what kind of doctor she saw on Wednesday, but all that TMZ was told is that Britney saw a doctor Wednesday afternoon and that it, quote, went well. Also, I do want to note, because TMZ made a point to explicitly say this, that Jamie Spears, aka Britney's dad, and her 2 sons were not involved at all in these discussions about the intervention or the intervention as a whole. And I do also want to point out that Britney did appear to be in good spirits recently. If this video is recent, I don't know if you guys saw Sam Asghari's most recent Instagram story, but he posted a video of him and Britney in matching shirts in the Target dressing room. And in the video, I'll say Britney looks and appears to be acting pretty much the same way she acts in all of the Instagram videos that she posts. I don't know if you guys saw, she also recently posted one where she's wearing like a fedora and a little outfit and she's dancing around. Again, very on brand for what Britney typically posts, but hearing this intervention news, I'm not gonna lie, it definitely has me feeling like something is up. My gut is not feeling good about this. Obviously, I'm already starting to pop off, so we're gonna go ahead and make this pop off official. Obviously, I'm not gonna shambong given the contents of this story that we're talking about. So instead, we're gonna hydrate, wish each other some positive vibes here in the house with Hill. I have to go and get dental work done after this. If you guys follow me on Instagram, remember how I told you that I unknowingly cracked my tooth because I apparently grind my teeth? I have to go get that taken care of today. And the nerves are there. So here's to positive vibes in the house of Hill. Okay, so as I was saying, when I first saw this headline pop up today, I was definitely taken aback. I mean, we know that the way Britney acts on social media definitely divides people. I feel like on one hand, people feel like, Britney has been controlled for 13 years. She's never been able to express herself. She's still learning social media. So if she wants to post these videos of her dancing and kind of acting silly, that's Britney. She's figuring herself out. She has her freedom. And then the other half of people, I feel like, look at her social media posts and feel like something is wrong, feel like she's not acting like herself, and they just feel like something is definitely off. And I don't know if any of you are on TikTok, but recently a lot of the very serious Britney fans have been on there talking about their conspiracy theories, dissecting all of her Instagram posts and her captions. I mean, these conspiracy theories are absolutely insane, you guys. Some people think that Britney, God forbid, is deceased and this is a clone. Some people think that she's being controlled again. It's just a lot, to be honest with you, and the conversations are constant. So when I saw this headline about Britney, I was like, honestly, you know what? This could explain some of the things that we've been saying. If she is struggling with her mental health and not taking the proper medications and allegedly struggling with a little substance abuse, I feel like that would explain a lot of her behavior on social media and why some of us feel like something is off. And also remember, just a few weeks ago, Britney also made headlines for having erratic behavior at a restaurant. She was on a date with Sam. He stormed out. Then later he's like, oh, I wasn't storming out. I was going to get the car, or I was going to grab something from my car. But she did make headlines for acting odd at a restaurant. And later, if you remember, she posted on her Instagram and she chalked that incident up to the media just loving the fact that she was caught drunk at a restaurant. So when you remember that story, remember her admitting to drinking, hearing about, these medication issues, I feel like it does kind of back up what these sources are telling TMZ. However, I will say I don't think any of us felt or knew that it was to the point that some people in Britney's life felt like her life was in danger. I mean, that's just a whole other level that I honestly did not think was going on here. Now, I will say what concerns me is the intention behind the intervention. And I almost feel like that's something my dad would say. For those of you who don't know, Papa Hill's a psychiatrist, so this is definitely his realm. But anyway, back to this intention behind the intervention. What I mean by that is if the people in Britney's life are honestly concerned that she is a danger to herself because of the medication she's taking, the medication she's allegedly abusing, the things that she's doing, if they truly believe that she is a danger to herself, and that is the reason why they allegedly wanted this intervention, was just to solely get her the help she needs, then I think this intervention was warranted. However, in that same breath, you guys know that I've been concerned about Sam Asghari lately. He's been giving me some off vibes. So when I heard that, the manager rented this house and Sam Asghari was gonna be there with the manager and the doctors, part of me also felt like, is Sam just telling Britney's family and friends that he's concerned about her and that something's wrong? So then everyone panicked, and this is Sam's kind of sick and twisted plan to get Britney, locked up in a house for a couple of months under the disguise that, he's making sure she gets help. I can't lie, that thought also ran through my mind. So I'm just very divided on the intention behind the intervention. Because you guys, obviously, if Britney really is putting her life at risk, then yes, of course, she needs an intervention. She needs to get help. But I just hope that that's why people wanted to have the intervention, because they are seriously, deeply concerned for her and her only, and they're not concerned with any ulterior motives or, putting her in a similar situation to what she was before. And I will say it is a little suspicious to me that once Britney kind of became aware of something that might be happening, that the plan to get her help was scrapped entirely, because I feel like if someone you cared about, you were honestly concerned for their life, if plan A didn't work, you would be like, okay, what's plan B? We got to figure out something else. And her just seeing a doctor once on a Wednesday afternoon would not be enough for me if I was Britney's friend and seriously concerned about her safety. That just honestly would not put me at ease. And you know what else would not put me at ease? Seeing my friend Britney Spears on Instagram with her husband doing a little video in the Target dressing room, acting like everything is totally fine. That also would not put me at ease. So overall, you guys, I don't know. I just feel like something isn't right here. The intervention, the leaking of this information, the very specific mention that Jamie Spears wasn't involved and her kids weren't involved. If you guys remember, whenever the conservatorship stuff was happening, TMZ would report a lot sharing Jamie's side. So whenever there is a questionable story about Britney Spears or a potentially damaging story about Britney Spears that TMZ is reporting, and the fact they mentioned like Jamie's not involved, her kids are not involved, I'm always gonna be a little skeptical. But overall, I do feel like something is off. And you guys know I have felt that since she had that Instagram post that was potentially shading Selena Gomez. I don't know what is off. I can't put my finger on it. Obviously, we don't have a ton of information and we're not with Britney Spears every day. All we're going off of is what she posts on social media and what these sources are telling the media. But something is definitely not right. My gut is telling me something's not right. I'm telling you, when I saw that intervention headline, I just got this really weird feeling in my stomach. I feel nervous. And I know I'm always nervous. That is literally one of my personality traits, but it really feels off here. And I need you guys to weigh in and let me know what you're thinking. Am I acting irrationally? Am I worrying for no reason? That is a thing. I have a problem with that. So I want to hear what you guys feel about this Britney situation. And obviously, you know, if we get any more major updates, I'll be sitting right here to fill you in on them. All right, you guys, while you're down there letting me know about how you feel about this report about Britney Spears and her family and friends planning an intervention for her, don't forget to also give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and don't forget that notification bell. For more content, make sure you guys follow me over on Instagram and TikTok. And of course, don't forget to keep coming back here to check out my YouTube shorts. If you guys want to show me a little extra love or you just want to make sure I see your comment, don't forget you can also hit that super thanks button down below. You guys can also check out all of my merch over at my merch store at houseofhill.com. And on that note, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.